Alright. Now, it's time to take out the centipede demon for our lava ring. We need our lava ring. Now we could skip it and just go fight the Bed of Chaos. But what sort of Saint Riot presents Dark Souls 1 deep lore dive, Lordran lore run would that be? Not a very good one, eh? Pretty bad, wouldn't it? Uh-oh. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up, you know? We just do that kind of thing right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Absolute nerds. Absolute nerds. I probably still have hundreds of hit points. Oh, 400s of hit points. No big deal at all. All right. Now, if you've been keeping up with your Solaire quest line, you should be able to summon him for this fight, right? But why do that when you can, you know, just moonwalk? Hello? I would like to moonwalk, please. There we go. That's what's up. We just moonwalking now. Just stay moonwalking. No one can stop us. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now. Yeah. Summon up old Knight Solaire. He'll help you out. Alright, Centipede Demon is a cool guy to me. I like Centipede Demon. The idea of cutting an enemy's tail off is very obviously like the predecessor mechanic to Bloodborne's limb break mechanic. And then they take it even a step further here with the Centipede Demon. And you can, like, not only cut off his tail, you can cut off all of his limbs as well. He's hard to hit right here. You have to basically wait for him to get tired of doing this and then come hang out with you. If you want to, you can run to the other side of the arena. Woo! Ow! And it's not a bad idea. Good lord. Because it gives you more room to fight him. Once you cut his limb off, it's still alive. And then once you kill it, you get the lava ring. Oh, he grabbed me! Oh, he's eating me! He's putting me in his weird mouth! So he's a little less dangerous as you, like, chop him up. He loses his big arm. You can make him lose his tail. And like I said, he can regrow his limbs. If you, like, give him a chance to. But why on earth would you ever? He's just an interesting dude. An interesting boss, especially in a game where the bosses, like, they're more historically relevant than they are, like, you know what I mean? Like, Ornstein and Smo does not really, like, hold up as, like, a boss encounter, but, like, the mythos of Ornstein and Smo as like, a boss fight, like, that'll never go away, you know? But, the novelty of bosses, like, you can't take that away, right? And yeah, that guy is, like, you know, the novelty of, like, the limb break and chopping him up and taking off his limbs and stuff like that. Obviously, like, a very early predecessor to what would become, like, a Bloodborne type boss. And obviously, you know, a further development from, like, just cutting off an enemy's tail, right? Like we saw with Seath. Like, you can just chop his tail off and you get something cool for it. The idea of breaking off enemy limbs so that, like, they're less powerful, you know? Like, he loses his big arm, he loses, like, all of his attacks. And all he has is, like, the jump attack, and, you know. Anywho. Centipede Demon. He's a cool guy. I like him. An orange ring enchanted by a witch reduces lava damage. Since his sores were inflamed by lava from birth, his witch sisters gave him this special ring. But fool that he is, he readily dropped it. And from that spot, a terrible centipede demon was born. So, the Daughters of Chaos made a cool ring. They made a cool ring for their brother, who was an endless pool of lava. And they were like, well, this way he's not hurting all the time. But instead, he dropped the ring, and it turned into a different type of demon. Which I think sort of goes towards, like, the idea that these, like, the bed of chaos is like, it's like a wellspring of evolution. You know what I mean? It's a hotbed. Get it? And these things, like, it can't help but produce life. Like, it's not doing it on purpose, you know what I mean? Like, they're not like, yeah, let's make demons. It's just like, everything that comes into contact turns into some sort of terrible fucking monster. Also, another, doorway here that seems to have been, like, closed off on purpose. Hey, what's up, Metagrim? Hey, what's up, man? You holding up pretty good? I'm having a good time, man. My build's finally starting to come together. I got some nice fashion. I think I'm looking pretty good. You know, how you doing?
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it.
Oh, yeah, man. Sorry to hear about that, bro.
Why? Why? After all this...
All right. Well, have a good one. The doorway probably would have led to some cool stuff if From had more development time. See, I don't think it would have. I think it was closed on purpose. Better development, more development time would have surely led to a better Izalith. Don't get me wrong, because this is just god-awful to look at and to listen to. The lava noise is stupid. You know? But, I think there's this recurring theme of doors being closed off. And I think the idea is that, like, the doors were closed off to humans. I think people don't recognize how much the game is trying to tell us that, like, humans and the gods were, like, not at odds with each other all the time. They used to, you know, they used to work together. Humans inhabited these great cities, but the humans were all like captured and taken away to the undead asylum because they were afraid of the undead. The undead are, like, capable of, like, powerful things. And we learn later on that, like, actually we've already learned it. Like, the idea of becoming hollow and becoming, like, an undead and becoming, like, this dark lord. Like, these are things that the gods were afraid of. It's not even necessarily that, like, like look at what they did in Dark Souls 3 with, like, Londor. Like, it's like a world full of hollows, you know? It's like a civilization. And they're out to, like, take the first flame for themselves, you know? Like, that's a thing that they're capable of achieving. The idea that the Age of Dark is, like, this unrepressible eventuality, you know? Like, it's not something that, like, you can... It's not something that like, it's going to happen, you know? And when that happens, it's like humans start to become more powerful. And in the Age of Dark, the humans would be more powerful than the gods. Because all of the gods are, you know, none of the gods have the dark soul. Only the pygmy had it. So, like, this idea that, like, these humans lived with these people up until it became inconvenient. And then the gods were like, alright, get them out. Who knows what the hell they're capable of. Get rid of them. So, like, these doors that we find that are all, like, blocked off, and they don't work for us, you know, like, you know, humans aren't allowed in Anor Londo anymore. And humans aren't allowed in Lost Izalith anymore. This is driven home even further by the fact that, like, in Dark Souls, in the game, you don't get chaos unless you mix humanity with fire. Like magic fire. Not just like regular fire, but like Witch of Izalith fire. That's where chaos comes from. Obviously there were humans here. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's just too much. All right, over here we get some interesting stuff. We get some divine blessings, and I assume that this is a bit of a like a reminder that the Silver Knights came here with Gwyn to fight the demons after the Bed of Chaos was created, and when they came here to fight the demons, their armor became like gnarled and twisted and gross and burnt, and you know what I mean. The finding the divine blessings here is like finding like silver knights who were like just died, but like, you know, they came prepared. They had Guinevere's blessing holy water with them, you know. All right, I think I got to run a little bit more over lava, but not very much. So. Hey, what's up, Nico? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Sieglind straight up tells us that she is not undead, which makes her, like, the most badass character in all of Dark Souls. Everybody else comes to this, like, insane, dangerous hell world because they don't have an option, or because they're so strong in their convictions that, like, you know, it's what they want. Sieglind comes here because she's like, gotta find my dad. He's out on a bender. Hey, what's up, Calamite? We will be doing the DLCs, yes. Absolutely. Oh, I do need to repair my stuff. That's not bad. We're okay. God, this area. Like, just get rid of the enemies. You know what I mean? Like, if I was Miyazaki and I looked at this, and I'm like, alright, we have to rush this game out. We have to rush it. We can't finish this. I would run through this area one time, and I would be like, you know what? Get rid of everything. Get rid of all of the enemies. Just make it weird, quiet, and alone and sparse. Nothing's here. At least the novelty of that would be like something to remember the area by, you know? I mean, obviously you can keep the Chaos Eaters, you can keep the Witch, you can keep the Kirk invasion, you can keep the Titanite Demon, you can keep that stuff. Keep that, that's fine. But like the roly-polies and the dragon butts, nah, I'd be like, just fuck it, get rid of it. Nothing. I want nothing in this area. Let it just be like a weird, dead wasteland. We get the Izalith Catalyst. We get the Spiked Shield. Shoot. Shield of the infamous Dark Wraith Kirk, Knight of Thorns covered with spikes. Can be used as a weapon. Shark spikes cause heavy bleeding. And we got the Izalith Catalyst. Catalyst of the Witch of Izalith of long ago, when her daughters were still flame witches before they were engulfed by the Chaos Flame. Before the birth of pyromancy, their wands were mediums for sorcery, but knowledge of this flame sorcery has long since vanished. And we're finally going to get a good look at the flame sorcery in the Bed of Chaos. And I'm gonna do something a little weird on this playthrough, but I think it'll be worth just to show you guys. Here we grab the Chaos Fire Whip. art of the flame of chaos, which engulfed the Witch of Izalith and her daughters. Sweep foes with Chaos Fire Whip. The Fire Whip was wielded by the eldest of the Daughters of Chaos. Run over here. I think there's like a rare Ring of Sacrifice. And a soul item. Maybe it's not a rare Ring of Sacrifice. Maybe it's just a Ring of Sacrifice. Hey, what's up, Pinko? It is a rare ring. That was one of those things where they tell you... It's so stupid. The American education system is so stupid. And here's an example of how. Or why. When you're in high school, you have to take these tests. And the tests determine the competency of the students. And that determines the value of the teacher. And it's an incredibly stupid way to judge the children and the teachers. It's not good for anyone. It's garbage. All right. Anyway, one of the things you end up learning in American school is not what you're going to be tested on. Instead, look how great this place looks. What a beautiful, you know what I mean? It's so cool. Would love to see this finished. Would love to see this. Look like what I would love to be exploring one of those buildings, you know? But yeah, like instead of learning what you're going to be tested on, you learn how to take tests. And one of the things I remember after all of these years, one of the things I remember one of my teachers teaching me is when you take a test and you get asked a question and you think of an answer, sometimes you will see the answers presented in a multiple choice question. For example, just real simple, it'll be like 2 + 2 equals, and you'll say 4. And then you'll see the answers, 4, 5, 9, and 8. And you're like, your brain does a thing where it's like, maybe it's 5. And more often than not, the first answer you pick is the correct one. It's just a thing our brains do. Our brains do a thing where they second guess themselves, and so I was like, oh, I think it's a rare Ring of Sacrifice. And then I was like, no, wait, it's not a rare Ring of Sacrifice. It's just a regular Ring of Sacrifice. And then it turned out it was a rare Ring of Sacrifice. I second guessed myself, right? And for whatever reason, that stupid shit has stuck with me since high school. All right, we have some options here, right? We can go down here and let Sigurd die. He will die. But he thinks he's doing the right thing. He's like, I'll keep these things busy and you run away. And that's option number 1. And then option number 2 is we kill these things and we let one live and he kills it and he's like, huh, we made it. This is where you get to pick like the happy ending versus the sad ending, right? And this comes up a lot in Dark Souls, where it's like, is it better to live without purpose than it is to like die, right? Grey Rat has a very similar thing where he's like, I would rather you let me go steal shit from Lothric, which is like no thief has ever come back from. I would rather die trying than sit here bored out of my fucking mind. And we get that option here, although it's not spelled out in such bold letters, but Deadbeat onion. Doesn't like his daughter. I'm actually curious about something. When you get down here, you're supposed to kind of be like trapped, but I'm not, right? Because I know about this little jump right here. So I'm curious. If I go over here, can I go this way? And we're going to use the Rusted Iron Ring to improve our footing. It's weird to me that the 3 units there is what's making all the difference. If I go over here and I start fighting them, but I haven't talked to him yet, will he wait? This is another one of those situations where, like, I honestly don't care if he dies because I think it's kind of like the better ending. Oh shit, gonna break my stuff. Gonna break my stuff. Oh, fuck me. I didn't know it did damage. Thought I just broke my stuff. Okay, he didn't jump down though. He didn't jump down though. Wait, what am I doing? All right, real quick. Let's do this. I'm tired of messing with all this. All right, tiny being ring, still protection, fire, curse, tear stones. I'll keep one ring of sacrifice. Don't need that. 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 I'll keep those. Don't need that. Don't need. I'll keep that just in case. Don't need that. Ditch that. Ditch that. Alright. Now our rings are a little more manageable. Yeah, we have to leave one alive for him to kill. As long as he kills one, he's like, I did a good job. Alright. But he still feels like you did most of the work. Right? So, like, depending on what you want to consider the happy ending or the sad ending, it really depends. Like, to me, the sad ending is, like, his daughter killing him, and the happy ending is him dying here. But we're going for that sad ending, I guess. The Chaos Eaters... Oh my god, my weapon. The Chaos Eaters are interesting because they can drop you red slabs or chunks. And, like, you know. Red slabs are pretty good. Alright, try this again. Alright, this time we know not to get spit on, if we can help it. Some of these respawn, some of them don't. He's not gonna jump down. That's cool. So I'm gonna run over here. Hopefully that thing stays where it needs to be. We got lucky. I did not expect all those things to drop in the hole. And then we got unlucky because I was like, oh god, they're all gonna drop in the hole. But then one didn't. Hopefully it goes back to its place. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see if this works. I hope so. Whoops.
Ah. Oh, there you are. Wait, did you defeat those dire creatures? Outstanding.
I didn't mean to.
You never fail to impress. Well, wonderful. This night of Katarina thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude. I feel like I'm always thanking you. I curse my own inability.
Well, shit.
I feel like I'm
I'll be honest, I don't know what the hell he does now. Where did the last one go? There was one left. And I never got souls, which would indicate that it never fell in a hole. Unless I did and I just didn't notice. Kick him? Alright, why kick him? What would kicking him do? Storyline is over now. Damn it. So now he's not gonna go to... Now he's not gonna go to Ash Lake. Shit. Well, man. I guess we just got unlucky. All the little chaos eaters falling in the hole. I guess we needed one more alive. For some reason, one just disappeared because it never died. I don't remember getting souls for it. I don't think it fell in the hole after we left. These enemies don't respawn if you sit at a bonfire.
I feel like I... I feel like I...
Well, rip. Let's at least repair our stuff. The lava's no good for it. Alright, let's go fight the bed of chaos, because, geez, what else could go wrong? That's what could go wrong. You forget you're wearing the wrong ring. I pulled a 180 because I realized what I had done. I realized what I had done. Too late, but I realized it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Even if you know what to do, that part of the quest line is such a crapshoot. Yeah, to be fair, that's my fault. I should have homeward boned, gone and bought some arrows, and done what I was supposed to do. That's what I should have done. I shouldn't have risked it, but I did because I thought I could be clever. My plan was not bad, and it worked. So, like, you know, that is something that you could do, but you would have to do it better than what I just did. Yeah, just snipe them with arrows. Just snipe them with arrows. Kill all but one. And I mean, like, you're like, okay, it takes 5 arrows to kill one. Kill them all, except leave one, and, like, shoot it with, like, 4 arrows, you know? Like, really, this is such a cool-looking place. And it just, you know, we don't get to experience it. And that's a shame. All right, so I want you to kind of pay attention, chat, and notice the nature of, like, the aura that surrounds all this stuff, right? So this is the bed of chaos, and we can kind of assume, like, oh snap, this is the witch, right? And then we learn that on either side of her are 2 of her daughters. But, like, they're not even, like, she's at least humanoid. But, like, these things are supposed to be represented by, like, 2 of her daughters or something. But check out, check out the, are we serious? The writing. Like, the runes. And this is like, this is that fire magic, that fire sorcery. Like, this is different from pyromancy. It looks like, you know, just lines or whatever, but the more you look at it, the more you start to see it's like an alphabet. It's like letters and things like that. Is it like for sure fact Izalith wasn't completed? Yes. In the Dark Souls 1 design works, there's a big interview at the end of it with Miyazaki and other developers of the game. And Miyazaki flat out apologizes. He flat out apologizes for how Izalith ended up. He's like, it was rushed, we weren't able to finish it, I apologize. We did the best we could with the time we had, but it wasn't enough, and we should have done better. So, we've freed part of the Witch of Izalith here. And I guess she's just become like living flame. Pretty intense looking. But you can see that like one of her arms is still like pinned. It's an impressive, you know what I mean? Like the idea here, it was like an impressive thing. It's just that it was, they did it in like the worst possible way, you know? Ow. Jesus Christ. The design works, Dark Souls 1 design works is the art book. It's called Dark Souls 1 Design Works. It's Dark Souls Design Works. And they've made one for every game. There's one for every game. However, they stopped doing the interviews in the books, which is a shame. It's a terrible shame that they stopped doing the interviews, because the interviews were so insightful. It sucks that they quit. They quit doing them. But like, yeah, they still make all the art books, and they're still called design works. And you can, you know, like it shows you all the artwork, all the concept art, and things like this. But the Dark Souls 1 has this huge interview at the end of it. And like 90% of everything we know about the development of Dark Souls comes from that fucking that interview. This is a thing with like the remasters and the remakes and all this stuff. Like you're like, man, why didn't they make this better? And the answer is because like, who the fuck are you? Is this bad? Is this a bad boss and a bad area that was you know, yes, obviously it was. But now you're Quelaag and you're doing a remaster for one of the most influential video games of the modern era, and you think you can make it better. Who the fuck are you? And it's the same with Bluepoint. Bluepoint can make things look absolutely stellar. Bluepoint can make absolute artwork out of these video games. They're gorgeous to look at. But do you think they could make Armored Spider better? Based off what? Based off what? Like, what have they made? What have they created? What have they done? Who the fuck are you? No, leave it alone. It's not yours. I understand. I understand we all want better. We want to see what it would be like if it was finished. Yada, yada. We all want it. We all want to know. but it's not theirs. And who the fuck are you to think you can do it better than them? Like, imagine if you got it worse. Imagine if you made it worse. You would never live that down. Your career would be over. They would shut your studio down. Alright, how the hell am I supposed to do this? Just get lucky? Just get lucky. We're just getting lucky. That's all thanks to Yeet. Yeet Tomato, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Your luck. Your luck. You brought us luck, and we were able to get past the bed of chaos, the other arm. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your stream over here. I hope you had a fun time. I'm Saint Riot. We're playing Dark Souls. We're doing a lore run. We're making a new build. We're talking about lore. I'm showing off the glyphs of fire magic, which is different from pyromancy, and I just wanted to show that to you guys because I'm going to show you something else here in a moment. That seemed a little unnecessary. All right, here we go. Here we go. Easy peasy. Light and breezy. And there's some more of the glyph. And it's surrounding this gross maggot thing. One of those gross parasites. Also, it occurs to me, I didn't really get a good look at the witch. We should have got a better look at the witch now that she's all free. Definitely has some ceaseless discharge vibes going on with the tendrils everywhere. I'm out of Estus. So, we got a Lord Soul. Soul of Bed of Chaos, Mother of Demons. Soul of the Bed of Chaos and the Mother of all Demons. This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. I've shown this off in like YouTube videos before, but just to drive my point home here. A funny thing happens in Dark Souls 3 when we reveal the eclipse after whatever event triggers it. You know the one. You know the one. If she's a witch, where's her hat? That's a good question. That's a good question. First of all, let's take a look at the dark sign. In Dark Souls 3, we can probably get a better look at it, right? Yeah. Alright. So, I know it's difficult to see, but those glyphs are in the dark sign. In the Dark Souls 1 cutscene, we see it at the very beginning, like the very first cutscene. It's very prominent. It's very prominent that those glyphs are what make up the circle of fire. It's not just a ring of fire. It's a ring of those glyphs, of those fire magic glyphs that's been, like, cast around in a circle, right? And we can even go to a place where the eclipse is shown off pretty well. I don't know what triggers the eclipse in Dark Souls 3. I can't remember. Is it a thing? Does it just happen? Is it always there? It's not just always there, right? Okay, well, it's not here. What the hell do I have to do to trigger the eclipse? Pay attention. Pay attention, yeet. It's triggered after enough lords have been slain. I mean, I've slayed all the lords. Every lord is dead. Do I need to put their corpses? Do I need to put their heads down? Will that do it? If I put their heads down, is that what does it? That's got to be what does it. Do I really want to do this? Do I want to kill my homie just for, like, one little thing? Surely I have a character. Surely I have a character who's... You know what I mean? Who's already done it and just chilling in a place where it's already been done. Let's try you. Look at these loading screens. Unbelievable. Dark Souls Remastered load screens be like 10 seconds shorter than this. Alright. I don't this dude's not in like New Game Plus 100, so I don't care. He can dump all the Lord Souls on their thrones, I don't care. Also, for some reason, Knight Malcolm had already dumped Lothric's head on the throne. And, like, that's the one I don't need to do. You know what I mean? I can put all the souls here, and that'll trigger the eclipse, and I don't have to put Lorien and Lothric. And if I put Lorien and Lothric, that kills, what's his name? Yoda Lady over here. What's his name? Ludlith. Alright, so this should, like, trigger the eclipse. Now... They're all dead. The only one left is the dude, right? So hopefully we've got the eclipse now. We'll go here. Check this out. Yeah, you can still transpose. I just don't want him dead. The trigger is being teleported by Emma. But I've been teleported by Emma. There's no way this character hasn't been teleported by Emma. So how is there not an eclipse? That can't be accurate. Because this character had to have been teleported by Emma because he had all of the lords. This sucks. Go to high wall. Well, the eclipse should be like right here. This is like the most brutal shot of the eclipse that you get in the entire game. Is right here. That's why I keep coming here. Because, like, this is the best, like, shot of it. Reddit says 3 cinders on thrones. Well, Reddit's wrong. Yeah, Ludlith's totally a pygmy. Or just a human. But yeah, same thing. Unbelievable. Why is it here but not there? The, like, oh. The shot of the eclipse from that bonfire is, like, absolutely metal as hell. Alright, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do what they tell us not to do, and we're gonna stare directly into the eclipse. And you can see even around the eclipse the letters are there. Like the little Izalith glyphs are still in the dark sign. It looks better. It looks better from the Farron Keep perimeter bonfire, but I don't know how to make that happen. And then one other thing that we'll look at. And this is basically like everybody keeps dumping on Gwyn the whole time. Like even Koth is, or Kath is like, yeah, Gwyn sucks. He's the worst. But that they sort of like leave out that like obviously every one of the gods was involved with what happened, not just Gwyn. The dark sign itself, like think about how it works. Like it's a brand of fire that triggers when you die that returns you to the bonfires that Gwyn linked. You know what I mean? Like. And it takes all your humanity and souls. You know what I mean? Like it's essentially like a punishment that, you know, it takes all your money. But for what purpose? It's like and where are you at? There you go. The ringed knight armor. Which is, like, even more egregious in its dark signiness. Alright. Malformed black armor of the Ringed Knights. The armor of early men was forged in the abyss and betrays a smidgen of life. For this reasons, the gods cast a seal of fire upon such armor and those who possessed them. The whole point being that, like, the Witch of Izalith does not get, like... Also, Nito. But, like, the Witch of Izalith does not get, like, the absolute brunt of the blame, which, she should. She's way more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's just as guilty as Gwyn. The only one who's, like... The only one who seems like maybe slightly less guilty is Nito, and the only reason we feel like Nito is less guilty is because we just don't know enough about him. That's a good idea. Let's use the dark sign and see what it does. Nope. it does the Way of White thing. Which is the same as a Homeward Bone, right? Yeah, it's the same thing as the Homeward Bone. Let's check and see if they made it different in Dark Souls 3. Member of the Sable Church are all trained swordsmen. Ah, but not inhuman swordsmen. Dark sign? Hello? Ah, there you go. Wait. Please? Neat. I mean, obviously that's too fast for us to see anything, but still cool. I guess you could like watch it in slow motion. It's pretty quick. Definitely a much cooler effect, though. Neat. Enhance. That program is called Share Factory, and it's free on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. That's how I make all my videos on YouTube. Is that little program right there. Alright, we've taken out the Witch of Izalith. We've explored, we've deep doved, we've done the damn thing. Let's split up the VOD here, and when we come back, we will do some NPC talking to in Blighttown, as well as, I guess, head towards the catacombs, right? Ooh, or, I guess we could do, we could start the DLC. Either one, that's what we'll do. But we'll put a split right here, and we'll be back next time. And if you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching the VOD, yeah, you know.